Good morning, traders. This is your Dow Jones daily trade setup. So we've had the FOMC minutes come out and pretty much just created a bit of volatility. Nothing really in there that people didn't know already. So I suppose now we're waiting for that trade war talks to continue, to complete. So I've put a level in here. This is the previous swing high that we had. And you can see that's pretty much where we're trapped at the moment, although we have closed above it. So what I'm going to do here is just add the second level in, which is this fractal right over here. Okay, so they're pretty close, but if you look, there was a lot of congestion around this area, and we are again congesting inside these two levels. So I just want to have a quick look at the weekly. So there's nothing really on the weekly at the moment. There hasn't been much net movement, and we're on Thursday already. The big question here is, what are we going to do? And if you look at the oscillator is saying that we are relatively tired. We have broken through the alligator. You'd expect a pullback back to the alligator sometime soon. Alligator is pointing up on the weekly now, so you can almost convince yourself that there has been a trend change. We've broken through that previous trend line, but the big concern that I do have is there is the high, there's the price high, there's a higher high on the oscillator, but this is not a new high on price. Okay, so that is weekly diversion still. Anyway, let's get down to the daily. So I am expecting some kind of a pullback. Just when it's going to happen is the big question that we have. Right now, what we have forming is a flat top triangle. There is the bottom of the triangle, there's the top of the triangle. And I can probably just delete that one for now, because that's pretty much where price is right now. So a bit of a difficult one, maybe another squirt up. And I just want to check the weekly again just to see if we've broken through that level. The next level that we do have is pretty much in reality up there somewhere. So I'm taking these inside, this inside tail here, because we've got another one there, we've got another one there, and we've got two others that are flirting with it at the moment. So that's kind of what I'm looking at the moment. Let's just get back down. The trend is still up, so we want to trade with the trend. The only thing that's in the back of my mind is that the weekly is looking a little tired. So I would expect some kind of a pullback to happen shortly. Okay, so looking at the hour, you can see we have broken through the swing high. There isn't another swing high for us to test. We do have tails here, and this is a bit of a flag as well. So let's just pull it to the center here. But what we have seen is there's your flag there. Okay. So the only thing is that this volatility yesterday, you can see how many times we came back to test the bottom of this this trend line before actually ending up with the buyer stepping in here at the close. So I would still say we are looking for longs. Now the big question is whether we want to be looking for longs at this level that we're at now. Let's go the 12 minutes, which is looking extremely possible. But what I would definitely like to see is a pullback of sorts. So there's my breakout that's just happened. I want to see a bit of a pullback, come back this level sometime, and then look to get in. If I look at the 12 minutes, you can see indicator is grouped in the sell zone. We have broken through a level. Yeah. This volatility in this barbed wire here is just a little bit concerning. You can see all these tails here, not much in the line of conviction of which way we're going to move. Okay, so short and sweet of it at the moment is I am expecting a continuation of the move up. I'm more than likely expecting this. Let's just move that level to there. So that is the top of our triangle. We did break through a little bit. We've come back with testing. So I am expecting another move to the upside, but maybe not from this area that we're in now. I'd like to see us pull back a little bit again and then look for a long. Yeah, it is a bit of a difficult one. This big spinning top, this red spinning top here, is the one that is concerning me, because that was right at FOMC minutes. So this moved 146 points and ended red, and then the buyer stepped in to drive it back up. So there wasn't really a direction during FOMC minutes, so it was almost like not even, I suppose, as expected. I suppose that's probably what it's reflecting. Okay, so yeah, so the trend is up at the moment. I am looking for a long. The big question is, where am I going long from? So definitely not at this level at the moment. I want to see a pullback. Either come and test this break and hold it later this morning and then get in long, or we're going to drop below the bottom here, which means if we do get below 25,920, then what I'm looking for is shorts. So this area that we're in now is more than likely a short scalp area, to be honest with you. So at the European Open, see what happens, and then if Europe does fall off a little bit, then you're obviously looking for a short scalp down here, and you're looking to get back down to this 25,920 area. Okay, but the bigger picture is definitely looking at a long. The only concern I do have is all these flipping tails. So this is barbed wire at the moment, lots of indecision, not something that I really want to trade until I see a decent direction. And the other thing that you may want to do is just put those lines in there, and you'll see we have a bigger flag. Okay, so yeah, so I want to see a pullback back down to this area, 25,920, and then I will take a stab at a long with a relatively tight stop loss. Okay, and what I'll be looking for is anticipation of this flat top triangle to break. Okay, so that's my view at the moment, and bear in mind that the flat top triangle is going to have a couple of targets. The first target is going to be the height of the triangle, and I think this level here is exactly that. Fairly close. Okay, so ideally what you want to see is a move to there, then a pullback back to test this break, and then you're looking for the second move. But I'm kind of wary of the second move. I'm actually very wary of the second move, just based on what I see on the weekly. Okay, and that pretty much takes us back to the underside of the previous high back here. Okay, so anyway guys, that's my view at the moment. Hope that helps, and I will catch up with you guys later. Cheers for now.